Assalamu alaikum students. How are you? I hope you all are doing good. So once again, welcome back to my economics class. Let's start our today's video. So we are continuing from the chapter number 1, that is Introduction to Microeconomics, and this would be the last part of this chapter. So have a look on the topics which we are going to cover in this video. So here are the topics which we are going to cover in this video. So first of all, we will complete with the remaining types of economics, as you have understood about the microeconomics and macroeconomics in detail in the previous video. And in today's video, you will come to see other remaining types of economics. And then we will come to see the basic economic problems, which are very important topic in this chapter. And the third and very interesting topic, that is production possibility curve. Once again, have a look on the types of economics, microeconomics, macroeconomics, and in this video we will study about international economics, public economics, developmental economics, health economics, and environmental economics. So starting from the third, that is international economics. Let's see what's the meaning of international economics. So international economics is a field concerned with economic interaction of countries and effect of international issues on the world economic activity. So, in the modern world, no country can grow in isolation. Every country is having link with the other countries through foreign capital investment, foreign direct investment, and international trade. Then only we can raise our standard with the world. So let's have a look on the fourth type, that is public economics. So public economics is the study of government policy through lens of economic efficiency and equity. Public economics build on the theory of welfare economics and is ultimately used as a tool to improve social welfare. So it is concerned with the income of revenue raising and expenditure incurring activities of the public authorities and with the adjustment of one another. The scope of finance covers public expenditure and public revenue, public debt, and financial administration. These are the some terms which would be very new for you, but in the chapters, in the coming chapters, you will come to understand about the meaning of these terms. For now being, you just have to understand the meaning of public economics, which is concerned with the government policies. So the next type is developmental economics. So developmental economics is a branch of economics which deals with economic aspects of the development process in low-income countries. It focuses is not only on method of promoting economic development, economic growth, and structural change, but also on improving the potential for the mass of the population, for example, through health, education, workplace condition, whether through public or private channels. So basically, this type of economics is based on the study of developmental activities which is performed by the government, which is performed by the private channels for the country's development. So the next type is health economics. So health economics is an area of applied economics. It covers health indicator, preventive and curative measures, medical research and education, rural health mission, drug price control, maternity and child health, etc. So basically, health economics is important in determining how to improve the health outcomes and lifestyle patterns through interaction between individuals, healthcare provider and clinical settings. So the seventh one is, the last one is environmental economics. So Environmental economics is an area of economics that studies the financial impact of environmental policies. Environmental economics performs studies to determine the theoretical or empirical effect of environmental policies on the economy. So basically you just have understood about the different types of economics, which is very, understood from the word itself. Like you have studied about international economics, which deals with the interaction of our country with the other countries for developmental aspects. In the same way, you just have learned about the public economics, developmental economics. I hope you would understand these terms because it's very understood from the word itself. If the economics is concerned with environmental, you can relate that term with environment condition for the development of the economy. So basically, the thing around is the development of the economy, and we study these concepts from different angles, basically. So now moving to the other topic, that is basic economic problems. So it is one of the very important topics which is studied in an economics subject. So have a look on the basic questions which arises a problem for every country almost. So here are the problems. First one is what to produce. Second one is how to produce. And third one is for whom to produce. So one by one we will have a look on these problems in detail. So let's start with what to produce. So basically it is a standard knowledge, like the resources are scarce. It means limited in relation to human want, human needs. And we cannot produce all goods as much as we wish to produce. So allocation of resources and the problem of choice requires that we decide what to produce and what not. We have to decide which want are to be taken on priority and which ones can wait. So basically it deals with the allocation, how the government use the limited resources in the best way so that it can complete the basic requirement, the important requirement of the public in the country. Because we can't fulfill all the wants of the public because we have the limited resources. That's why this problem arises. So what to produce? What is very important to produce right now? Since resources are scarce, the society has to decide about the goods to be produced: wheat, clothes, roads, television, power, building, and so on. So, first of all, the economy has to decide what goods and services are to be produced. For example, which of the consumer goods like sugar, clothes, wheat, ghee, etc. are to be produced, and which of the capital goods like machine, tractor, etc. are to be produced. Similarly, choice has also to be made between the production of wartime like rifles, guns, tanks, and peacetime goods like bread, butter. So basically, in short, what to produce is a problem which arises due to the limited resources we have, and we have to make a choice between the most important requirement of the economy. Then only we can imply all the resources to that particular requirement to complete that particular requirement. So the second main problem, the second main basic problem of economics is how to produce. So how to produce is the second offshoot of the problem of resource is allocation. How to produce means how to organize production. For example, production of cloth is possible either by handlooms or by modern machines. Handloom means by the help of the laborers. We have the choices whether we can manufacture the clothes with the help of laborers or with the help of modern machines. This problem is concerned with the efficient use of resources. It implies more production at less cost. Obviously, every producer focuses on decreasing their cost of production, then only they can increase their profit. But in the same way, they have to make a decision whether to use the labor force or whether to use the modern technology. So, in economics, we study broadly there are two techniques of production. First one is labor intensive technique. Under this technique, labor is used more than the machinery. So basically sometime in some areas, in few areas, the labors are very cheap. And the producer can think about this and hiring the laborers can decrease the cost of production than installing the modern machineries. In the same way, we have the another technique, that is capital intensive technique. So under this technique, capital is used more than labor. An economy must decide as to which technique is to be used in a given industry so that efficient production is obtained. Efficient technique of production is that which uses the least amount of scarce resources to provide the same amount of output, or in other words, the production would be undertaken at minimum cost. So basically it's a very tough question to decide for the producer, so whether he should use the labor intensive technique or capital intensive technique. So this is the another basic problem of economy. So let's have a look on the third problem, that is for whom to produce. For whom to produce. So third basic problem to be decided is the allocation of goods among the members of the society. So the allocation of basic consumer goods or necessity and luxurious comforts among the household takes place on the basis of distribution of national income. So basically, while deciding what to produce, we cannot escape the decision on for whom to produce. Essentially, this is the problem of distribution of fine goods and services, or briefly, the problem of distribution of production. Value of production in an economy is identical with the value of income. Thus, the problem of distribution of production implies the problem of distribution of income. So, this problem has two aspects. The first aspect relates to personal distribution. How should production or income generated through production be distributed among different individuals and households of the society? It is also concerned with the problem of inequality in the distribution of income. The second relate is to functional distribution. How should production be distributed among different factors of production, that is land, labor, capital and entrepreneur, as the reward for the act of production. It is not related to the problem of inequality. Basically, the income distribution creates the inequality, and the functional distribution does not create this type of problem because the reward is given according to the thing they provided to the production. So let's have a look on the other topic. That is production possibility curve. So production possibility curve is the graph which indicates the various production possibilities of two commodities when resources are fixed. As you are now the student of economics, you must understand that we are having limited resources and we have to make a decision on which thing we should use these resources so that we can earn maximum profit. In the same way, we are studying the topic of production possibility curve, where a farmer or any producer have to make choice from the two commodities which commodity production will give him more profit. What are the possibilities if he use all the resources in one commodity, in the production of one commodity, how much he will get? So this is the kind of thing we will study in production possibility curve. This show exactly how many possibilities are there if we are using the limited resources in different two communities. So here is the rule that production of one community can only be increased by sacrificing the production of the other community. It means if you want to increase the production of one community, you have to decrease the production of the other community because we are having the limited resources. If we want to increase the production of one commodity, let's say X, if we want to increase the production of X, then we have to reduce the resources in the production of Y commodity so that we can use that resources in the production of X to increase the production. So, in other words, PPC shows different combination of two goods which can be produced with the given resources on the assumption. We will see what are the assumption. So PPC, that is production possibility curve, is also known as production possibility curve or production transformation curve. So here are the assumptions that state of technology is taken to be constant. Since the production of one commodity can be increased only by decreasing the production of the other commodity, I just explained you that if you want to increase the production of one commodity, you have to decrease the production of other commodity to increase the resource that can be used for the production of one commodity. So PPC helps in deciding the commodities most beneficial to society, but this response is limited in itself as there is a choice between two commodities only. So I will just explain this with the example. So have a look on the example. A producer with the given resources, like a farmer is having a limited resources and a limited technology, may have the choice to produce rice or wheat. So the table which shows the different possibilities of production of wheat and rice or of any two commodities is called production possibility schedule. So here is the table, or you can say schedule. So if all the resources are used for the production of wheat alone, then 100 lakh tons of wheat can be produced. You can see in the combination of A, where all the resources are used in the production of wheat only, then the rice production will be 0 obviously. And if all the resources are used for the production of rice alone, then 40 lakh tons of rice can be produced, which can be easily shown in the E combination. So here are the combination. In combination B, it shows that 90 lakh tons of wheat and 10 lakh tons of rice can be produced with the given resources and technology. Likewise, the combination C shows that 70 lakh tons of wheat and 20 lakh tons of rice can be produced with the given resources and technology. And combination D shows that 40 lakh tons of wheat and 30 lakh tons of rice can be produced with the given resources and technology. So basically, the producer have this different combination of production possibility, and he have to make a choice between these combinations. These are the few combinations I just have mentioned here. There can be numerous combination in which the producer have to make the choice. So the table which shows different possibilities is known as production possibility schedule. So, and when this data is shown in a graph, then it is known as PPC, that is production possibility curve. So you can see here clearly, when all the resources are used in the production of wheat, let me use the laser here. See, when rice is produced 0, at that time the wheat production is 100. Okay, and it means that all the resources are used in the production of wheat only. And in the same way, when the production of wheat is 0, then the production of rice would be 40, because all the resources are used in the production of rice. It is downward sloping, because if you want to increase the production of wheat, then you have to decrease the production of rice here. And there is a point that is the unattainable combination of output. Whatever are the combination which is covered under this PPC, this is PPC curve, this is PPC curve, okay, and those are the combinations which can be attainable, which is in the hands of a farmer, if in the hands of a producer, can come under this only, here, any point under this PPC curve. But any point that is outside this PPC curve is unattainable combination of output, which can't be attained by the producer, because the producer have the limited resources. So in the limited resources, in the limited technology, the points which can be drawn, the combination which can be attained inside the PPC curve is known as attainable combination, and any point outside the PPC curve is unattainable combination of output. So here is the end of today's video and your chapter also. So now it's a time for you people to note down the assignment question, and you have to complete the assignment questions on time. So the first question is explain the types of economics. The second question is explain the basic problem of economics in detail. And the third question is what is PPC? Explain with the example and diagram. So these are the three questions you have to complete on time. So from my side, thanks students. Assalamu alaikum. Take care.